when I was very young, I am very, very, very fortunate and very blessed to have had the opportunity to learn at 6 years old what passion was. And it was kind of happenstance. It just happened by just doing my everyday thing in school, and somebody noticed that I had a talent, brought it to the attention of my parents, and the next thing I know, I was enrolled in gymnastics class. Well, that was like air to me. It was like air to me. I can't even begin to tell you, I get chill bumps when I think about it still today, that how much passion I had as a kid for this particular sport. And I lived it, I ate it, I breathed it, everything around me was gymnastics, and I wanted nothing else. And before I knew it, I went from a class 1 day a week to being on the gymnastics team. And then by the time I was 8 years old, I was in my first New York State competition. And I remember sitting on the floor exercise with a sea of other gymnasts, waiting for the awards to be given out. And we're all in our warm-up suits, and we're all sitting there, and it was fantastic. And the girl that's winning the New York State All-Around Championship is standing on the podium, and again, I'm getting chill bumps, in her sleeveless pink leotard and her long brown braided hair. And I remember looking at her and feeling, oh my God, like I was in such awe. I just couldn't believe, like, wow. I looked at my teammate and I said, oh my God, I wish I was her. And my teammate, who was a little bit older than me, she was 9, in her infinite wisdom, said to me, why in the world would you ever want to be somebody else when there's absolutely no reason why it couldn't be you standing up on that podium? Oh my God. That was a profound life lesson for me, because up until that moment, I never considered for 1 second that it could be me standing up on that podium. I was a watch things happen kind of girl. I thought success was for other people. I didn't think for 1 second, I thought I had to be somebody else to be successful. I couldn't be me and be successful. I learned the value of perspective at age 8. Because you see, when we are based on our environments and the things that we're exposed to, we have a focus, and that is going to be our first point of view. Until we start to realize that at every given moment that we experience in life, there are at least 6 or 7 and maybe more different perspectives that exist in that very moment. We just hone in on one. And we hone in on the one that resonates with us, based on our filters, based on our preferences, based on our experiences. And yet that can be very, very limiting. And I learned that beautiful lesson from a 9-year-old when I was 8 years old. It opened up my mind to a totally different way of thinking. And you know what? 2 years later, it was me standing on that podium as the New York State All-Around Champion. And I have to say, while it was all of my effort and my focus and my passion and my vigilance and my diligence of the practice of the sport, she helped me to get there by those words of wisdom. And for that, I will always be grateful.